That's how you want to see it? Oh, stop. Disconnect right now and go to sleep.
All right, we are back. Sorry. So we are sideways. I'm hoping to get a move here. You can see all the sellers paneling along this area. If we break back above this area, realistically, this is the buyers have been dominating as we come across a little bit from here since I hit the bottom. Sellers are still dominant down here. Yeah. One thing I am seeing is selling is getting weaker. So potentially setting up for a possible long. We need sorry. So we need the break above this compression zone. We'll see if we get it. We just gotta wait. This is the patience of making sure that we wait for
Let me show you why that matters. Part 1. Delta volume is getting large again. So if they get absorbed, we close back out here and my stop below here. So I'm constantly taking risk off the table if we're getting this kind of movement where it's not too volatile and we're breaking. It's just a way to protect yourself so you don't. I'm not going to take a $450 stop loss. It'll be like more like a 220, which is not bad. So you just kind of constantly manage your risk. Bought early, protected early. Let me show you why that matters. Part 1. Delta volume is getting large again. So
all right, let me see if I can do this here.
bought early, protected early. Let me show you why that matters. Part 1.
early, protected her.
People like ask me like, oh,
Let me show you why that matters. Part 1.
Delta volume is getting large again. So if they get absorbed, we close back out here, move my stop below here. So I'm constantly
Let me show you why that matters. Part 1.
delta volume is getting large again. So if they get absorbed, we close back out here, move my stop below here. So I'm constantly taking risk off the table if we're getting this kind of movement where it's not too volatile and we're breaking. It's just a way to protect yourself so you don't. I'm not going to take a $450.
Sus.
Mm-hmm.
Bought early, protected early. Let me show you why that matters. Part 1.
Delta volume is getting large again.
Bought early, protected early. Let me show you why that matters. Part 1.
Delta volume is getting.
is that a Richard Mille? It's easily.
I stopped the trade from giving profits back. Part 2. Bought early, protected early. Let me show you why that matters. Part 1.
Delta volume is getting large again. So if they get absorbed, we close back out here, move my stop below here. So I'm constantly taking risk off the table if we're getting this kind of movement where it's not too volatile and
All right, let me see if I can do this real quick. I'm trying to figure this out so I can all right. That's publishes now. Let me try that out. See if it works. Okay, we'll do that one, and then I think this one.
Protected early. Let me show you why that matters. Part 1.
Delta volume is getting large. Again. So if they get absorbed, we close back up here. I move my stop below here. So I'm constantly taking risk off the table if we're getting this kind of movement where it's not too volatile and we're breaking. It's just a way to protect yourself so you don't. I'm not going to take a $450 stop loss. It'll be like more like a 220, which is not bad. So you just kind of constantly manage your risk.
I stopped the trade from giving profits back. Part 2.
835, we're guaranteed at least $800. So $600 if we. Not a bad trade. I'll be at 1,000 on one account, and then hopefully like 1,500 on another.
All right, I am back. I just had to post a couple things. We are currently
It's just a way to.
all right. Let me just. I just gotta take out this. is that charger? Uh-huh. All right, so we're getting aggressive selling down here again. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if it continues. One thing I don't think it's going to continue, but look at the delta we're getting. This could be the sweep, and then selling has been getting weaker as we've been coming lower. So it's not lining up with the actual move. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, never mind. They're actually pushing. The foot is on the gas, as you would say. We'll see if this area holds up. This is where sellers try to push heavy, right in this area. If we get like a green bubble, I'll probably take a buy here. And the only reason why it's becoming divergent here . So I gotta adjust this. This should be good. Just up just a little bit. I'm not getting any sort of buy levels. I want to see some sort of buy level. Oops. Hopefully no one heard that. Looks pretty clear now. Looks a lot better. as we can see, this might be a good entry. We'll see if it closes back above this. We'll wait for it'll probably bounce around here a little bit. But this is where buyers are anticipating to buy, and most likely bring it back up to here. I only need about like $500 more on this account, so I can max out my 50% on my account. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to wait for this area to break again. And then once we get the break, this will be where buying starts to speed up. We'll probably go to the POC, most likely. But you got to wait for that second test, so. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's just a lot of times it's a waiting game. They'll try to buy once, they'll kind of get held up, and once they get the second test, that's when it starts to speed. If you're like in a compression zone like this, the first sell, once you come back down to the low again, usually is the first one. You can see the volume and the force selling down, but when we're kind of in a area where I'll show you on the cumulative delta, you can see that came down. Selling has gotten weaker, or it's gotten absorbed. One of the two. So I'll wait for this to come back up, and then once it breaks this, then we'll probably get some volatility. So this is perfect. I just don't want to see this break. If this breaks below the low again, then buyers are going to get squeezed out, and this will be invalid at this point. But I do want to see this break back above this. We'll probably go for, I don't know how much risk we'll have. It might be somewhere right around here, to be honest. 726. About $500 probably, 1 to 1. I could even enter down here a little bit lower. But I want to see this kind of, if this bounces around here and doesn't break and then breaks back, I'll move my stop to break, or my entry down here. I'm going to move it right here because we kind of rejected. If we come back and it bounces here and then it pops up, then we'll be looking good. So this will be where we can see some movement to the upside, I should say. But you can see right here, the reason I'm confident is delta's moving up. Yeah, we're moving down, but we're not breaking anything significant structure yet. So this will be a good risk. I'll probably risk below this, 710, about $500 again. We'll see. We will see. This is the hardest part, is just sitting on your hands. As long as it doesn't break lower structure heavily, then I will keep this entry here. If it does, then I'll exit. If it ends up just tanking again, break it down to like past 700, 680. So that will be the play. So if these sellers get absorbed here, then this will be a great play. I'll move it down here, and then we'll do our stop loss below the aggressive selling. We'll just go 1-to-1. Oops. Let's go there, 1-to-1. We'll see if it plays out. The reason I like this is because we became even more divergent here, and sellers got absorbed down here. So this could turn out pretty good. This could probably go up to here, to be honest. But for this count, I just need something right here right around $1,500, and I'll call it a good day. Yeah. We just got to see structure right here, break back above. As long as we keep seeing sellers get absorbed, we'll be okay. If sellers can't and they push below this, then I'll probably take the stop. I'll be up only at $470. But that is all right. This was a risk worth taking, I should say. And if I hit this, take profit on this one, this count, I will have only a couple $100, so we could probably trade on our funded tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens. We will see. We're still in the trade. We're still battling. This could be a good setup as long as Delta grows here. Then we'll be solid. Come on, let's see this move a little bit. If it starts to move above this bubble, and we're good. That's what I want to see. Candles are messed up. I don't know why it's been glitchy lately. I don't know if it's the contract rollover or... But this has been all jacked up. We're finally back in profit, almost here. There, back in profit a little bit. No. There we go. It's almost like 1-to-1. Call it a great trade. If it does hit, cool. If it doesn't, go on to the next. Most likely buyers are going to start stepping in here because prices are becoming a little too cheap probably for them, and we'll see what happens. But that's what it looks like to me. You can see a lot of absorption and buyers actually stepping in, so that was the valid entry for the setup here. Don't do this to me. My legs. Oh, excuse me. Oh, tired. There's some volume here. Starting to kick up. Buyers are starting to hopefully be presented. We'll definitely probably move up to that 53.50 area, and then we'll probably see some sort of resistance at that level, and then push higher to the POC. But here we go. This is exactly what I want to see. As you can see, price is moving up. Cumulative delta became weaker down here, so you had, as selling on the chart actually became lower, cumulative delta started to rise. So what I noticed there was we finally got the sweep with the aggressive sellers, and they kind of got absorbed right in this area. This is the area where they actually got absorbed, and then yeah, it started moving up.